Welcome back to the program. Joining me now is Ronak Patel. He is KUAR's political reporter. He covers the Capitol and other aspects of Arkansas politics. Ronak, thank you so much for being with us. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me, Roby.
You are welcome. You have been doing some stellar coverage of what has been going on for days, if not weeks, up at the Arkansas State Senate. The State Senate's ethics panel has been investigating two of its members for some alleged ethics violations. Give us the background on what we know at this point in that investigation.
So what we know about the allegation was that there was a Boys State meeting earlier this month, and Senator Alan Clark from Lonsdale was supposed to be there, but he wasn't able to make it, so he had Mark Johnson, the senator from Ferndale, sign in for him. And that's something that the committee had both of them testify both orally and in writing, and they both admitted to that. And the next step now is they've made some recommendations for the full Senate to consider to kind of penalize them for that. And the biggest punishment or penalty from that is losing their ability to get mileage and per diem for the rest of the general session or General Assembly. And then there's also one of the suggestions is removing them as chairs and co-chairs of their committees. And Clark is he does serve on the Senate Judiciary Committee, and Johnson is vice chair of the Joint Budget Committee. So I think that's kind of the two main penalties that they're looking at here.
My main understanding is that Senator Johnson signed Senator Clark into a meeting at that Boys State event that you're talking about so that he could get that per diem, that reimbursement that they get on a daily basis. And Senator Clark never attended that. So in essence, he basically got paid for not being there. Senator Johnson helped him to do that. That's the allegation, right?
Yeah, that's the what they're looking at and what they've both admitted to.
So what happens? We've had this Senate ethics panel. They don't meet very often. They don't. They certainly don't police themselves in this way. It's a pretty rare occurrence when something like this happens. It's got to go to the full Senate body now. Is that the next step? Tell me what the next steps are on all this.
So the committee, once they got done meeting Monday, they said they had 20 days to get a report to the Senate pro tem, which is Jimmy Hickey, and he's the one that actually filed this complaint to the committee. And then once Hickey gets that report, he'll have 10 days to consider whether he wants to take it to the full Senate, and then the full Senate will get to decide if they want to adopt these penalties that the committee has recommended.
Do you have any sense from talking to some of the folks in the hallways, the Capitol corridor up there, Capitol corridors up there, what's been some of the reaction that you've been hearing? Just even if it's off the record, you don't have to attribute to anybody, but what seems to be the sense of how serious of a matter is this, and what you think some of the senator reaction has been?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't had really any luck getting in contact with any lawmakers. I know I tried to get in contact with Clark and Johnson, but neither of them responded to me. And I haven't been in the Capitol since the meeting, so I haven't really had much time to talk to lawmakers about it. But it does seem pretty serious because some of the people that have been around longer said they couldn't recall, people losing their chair positions, even if it is temporary. But I think this will be kind of a hard thing to vote on because in the Senate, typically, you need other lawmakers to get votes to pass bills that you want. And so if you kind of, punish these two guys, and then that come back to bite them when they need their votes. And so I think that's something that'll get considered and kind of make this kind of a difficult choice for some of the lawmakers.
It's hard to police yourself, but there's really nowhere else for that investigation to go unless there's something of some sort of criminal intent, and then it would obviously be referred to a prosecutor. Is any of that part of the conversation?
From the document that I got from the committee and what they shared with us, that hasn't been talked about, at least to my knowledge.
All right. Well, we've got a couple of weeks to wait and see what will happen, but I trust that you will be on the spot and reporting on it when it does happen. Can we count on you for that?
Yes, you can count on me. And if you need me back on the show, I'll be back on.
All right. right, Ronak. Ronak Patel, political reporter with KUAR, a content partner of Talk Business and Politics. Appreciate you and glad to have you on board.
Oh, thanks for that, Roby.
All right. That's all for today's edition of Talk Business and Politics. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm Roby Brock. We'll see you next time.